All right, our next comedian coming to the stage is David Leon.
All right. So, have any of you other guys had this Howie Mandela effect? You know what that is? Where, like, you remember something when you were a kid, but it's not right when you were an adult? I'm having that happen right now. My parents said that I had a good childhood. Yeah, if I did, I wouldn't be up here right now. So how's everybody doing? Good? All right, that was a moderate response. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from a family of 7 brothers and sisters, and all the boys are named David. Yeah, sounds crazy, right? The girls have it lucky. Their middle names are David. But since I was the firstborn out of this giant family, my grandmother had her old bony fingers into every single situation. So she was like, I want to name him. I want to be named this. She wanted me to be named William Joseph Robert. That sounds pretty cool, right? Sounds like a guy who writes novels, or possibly a governor, until you shorten it and you realize that it's Billy Joe Bob. Yeah, I'm glad my name is David. So after all that, I grow up and everything. I've traveled all over. I've seen every state except for Delaware and Alaska. So you know what that means? I'm not going to Delaware, ever. If President Biden is any indication of how exciting that place is, no thank you. I'm not going. But the bad thing is I've been everywhere at this point, but my grandmother, I'll call her up to tell her where I've been and what I'm doing. I'll be like, hey, it's David. Who? Dave. Who? It's little David. Oh, hey, little David, how you doing? Because I was born 3.5 months premature in 1988. It's fine, guys, I'm okay. I have 11 fingers and toes. It's all right. So the funny thing is after that is when I was little, my mom was very young when she had me. I was premature and didn't know my real father. So for a long time, I had no idea what my ethnicity was until 23andMe. You guys ever done 23andMe? It's great because it basically shows you that all of your parents and your grandparents and their grandparents were liars. Yeah. 45% Ashkenazi Jew. You know what that means? I can get a plane ticket to go to the motherland and see it, and why would I? Dear God, no. So after I found that out, I'm like, well, some of this stuff makes sense. I can't dance. Whenever there's a line, I get right in it. But the thing is like, 45%, so I'm not all the way. I don't have a big nose. I'm bad with money. And I'm the best tipper. I once tipped 112% on a haircut, and I'm going bald. Thank you. So, recently I got a new job. And during that job interview, it was the best because I didn't show up. No, David showed up. Dave stayed home. David went to college and high school. David doesn't have any gaps in his employment history. And then they hired David, and Dave showed up. First week, they're like, he's unorthodox. He's different. I like him. Second week, they're like, okay. Third week, after I get my first check, they're like, I was hoodwinked by an asshole. And now I can't fire him. I got one more joke for you guys. Something little small, but I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I love podcasts because it's the only way to make it seem like you're not alone in your car in traffic. You turn it up loud enough, it sounds like there's 4 fat guys yelling at each other. It's great. But recently, I was listening to one about conspiracy theories, and the very first commercial that started right after the podcast went to their, messages was, we can't read your mind, but your printer knows when it's out of ink. That's the worst thing to put on for a conspiracy theorist podcast. What do you mean, you can't read my mind? I think you do read my mind. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Have a great night.
Keep it going for Dave Leon.